A long-lost friend is found. The real work has begun. The silver of the spider's thread will show what's to be done. Hello, and welcome to Sagas of the Sunless Reach, the Riddle of Rule. My name is Zachary Frederickson, your GM for this evening, and I am joined this night, as I am every fortnight, by my friends, beginning with Bitmap.
Hello, I'm Bitmap. I do art. I just finished a Kickstarter for a comic called Mountain, which you should be able to pre-order soon if you didn't get the Kickstarter. And today I will be playing Kasana, your angry mom who doesn't want the world to hurt you.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
I am also joined by my friend Corey.
Hi, I'm Corey. You can find me on Twitter at Endless Musings. I use he, him pronouns. Tonight I'm playing a Precus the Luminary, having just been granted the power of Fireball, so I'm sorry for all of you, but I'm different.
We know this, and we love you.
Yeah, built different. And Jade.
I'm Jade. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Jade Oxford Rose. You can find me on various podcasts from the Standing Stones Podcasting Guild. Go to stones_standing. You can check out the myriad of stuff. I'm on approximately 50% of them at one point or another. I play Oranatsuku. They will either patch you up real good or cut you in half with a scythe. Really depends on what side of the battlefield you're on. Don't piss them off.
Solid advice. And Mab.
Hi, I'm Mab. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Patreon at Little Lady Mab, and I'll be playing Elżbieta Wrona, who is currently having an existential crisis and has a new sparky boom sword.
Very cool.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
You do both of those things, yes. My cat is biting my leg.
Oh, Brad.
Right.
Sometimes you just have a cat. Oh, buddy! It's a friend.
Criminal.
Fluffy Maine Coon.
Yeah, she's too small to be that, but some of it. She's like a Maine Coon, but Munchkin sized.
A mini coon.
Yeah, because she's got short legs.
Like a toy Maine Coon, in the same way they have like toy poodles. Or a teacup Maine Coon.
Exactly. She is a demon from hell and constantly bites my feet because I can't pet her while I'm doing this.
I love cats, and yet...
And yet, we have things to do.
We do.
As I tell you, that air, wind rustles through the leaves, and leaves crunch underfoot as the heroes of Rule range far and wide in the eastern reaches of the parish, searching for the place where giants weep. They've been searching for some time, and today they will find it. But before we get into what happens next, let's talk about what happened last time.
Is it going to be me or you, Bitmap?
Probably be you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wing it because I remembered at 11 o'clock last night that we have to do a recap. So previously we did finally wind up at the lodge after, that amazing forest that we all loved. And after, Kasana made her big speech and threat to Vanatori himself, we all got in a fight. And it was a lot of tub thumping, knock us down, get back up again, you're never going to keep me down, and then we fall down, and then we get up again. It was a lot of that. It was very intense. And eventually, though, after we, take down his two Sparky Boom dogs and the man himself with his fancy-ass gun, thanks to the help of Soren, who came in and did a much-needed distraction to be one other person to fire upon that wasn't us dying constantly in a pile, we were able to win. Thank God. Because if we didn't, that would have ended very badly right then and there. And so we all kind of took a moment, healed ourselves back up, explored around the lodge's main room, office area. I don't know what it's called. And while doing so, we noticed that there were a lot of other animal pelts just everywhere. It was a very tacky decor. They were on the floor. They were on the walls. It was tasteless, if I say so myself. But the one thing we noticed is that there were no wolves. And we're like, oh, that's odd. Wonder what that means. And then we just walked on. And we found Alexi down in a little... It was a big pit, actually. It was a really big pit. And so there was this massive underground chamber where Vanatori was being a dick and torturing our good friend Alexi. And so we were getting him out of the cage, and Alexi's like, oh, wow, cool, thanks. And the GM goes, does everybody's favorite line of, oh, hey, did you guys take care of that body? And we're just like, oh, we must have. We were up there for like 20 minutes, right? We had to have taken care of the body. No, we didn't. Guess who's back, baby? It's Vanatori as a werewolf. This is how I remember it. I was very loopy last session. I'm sorry.
It was Alexi who asked you in character.
Oh, it was because you had that look on your face. It doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. It came from the GM, and it was that question that you all dread to hear of, did you remember to do this? And we all realized, no, we actually didn't take care of the body. How were we to know he was a werewolf? The clues were everywhere. And so... It was a full moon, not in our defense. Everything came together. Admittedly, Zach gave us all of the clues. We just didn't put them together. So
which is fine. If you had put them together and beheaded him after, then I wouldn't have had the cool werewolf moment. So
yeah, it was a very cool reveal as we all freaked out. This is very true.
We all learn again for the first time. Never turn your back on the body.
Yeah. The one time that Apricus doesn't burn the body, we suffered for it. And so, yeah, then we finally defeated him once and for all after Kasana goes down. What were you at? 5 times? 6 times? In told? It was a high number. It was a lot.
Couldn't have been 6 because she would have died automatically.
Okay, then it was 5. It was very close. But after... some quick thinking 4 times. I don't know. It just felt like so many.
It was 3 in one fight and 1 in another.
Apricus encourages Alexi to mix up a little Quicksilver sort of potion and puts it on Oren's weapon, and we're able to officially behead him. Not Oren, sorry. The Vanatori. I realized the way I said that made it sound like we beheaded Oren. And we beheaded Vanatori, we won, we leveled up, and then we got some info dump. And so we learned a lot about what Errol was doing in his mansion, which involves fun science experiments And that involved trying to force a changeling status upon our good friend Soren, and quite possibly also making some vampire children running around, you know? And then I don't quite remember what was going on with the Bright Lady. I know Kasana was kind of freaking out over that, but by that point I had completely lost myself to the migraine sauce and was losing the trail of things. But Kasana was having a very big moment about the Bright Lady.
Kasana does not like to be used.
Kasana does not like to be used.
Deities.
That's
wrong. Kasana likes to be used by people.
Important thing to probably mention as part of that big info dump was the whole inviting the gifted children to come and learn, and then they'd be sent off into Tarandaur and sending letters back, all fake. They are just prisoned at
the fancy little letter writing machine
yeah.
that he used.
Deep fakes all the way down.
They're all neat science experiments now. And then we also happened to learn a bit more about the giants, because we also managed to finally crack into the contents of the notes in a flashback. So that's where we're sitting right now. We're sort of pursuing where the giants weep, which more obliquely referenced the giant's tears that Apricus had discovered a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and while he was in Vanatori's dungeon, hovering at the edge between life and death, Alexei had seen visions of a white figure who told him that you were coming for him to save him, and comforted him, and also told him that breaking the curse at the place where the giants have wept is the key to opening the way forward to freedom, which is part of why Kasana was having a bit of a spell, because she doesn't like the idea of extraplanar beings influencing your events.
Yeah, the spider web just sort of was like a little bit of a real fuck you, just like, this is all part of a grand design that you cannot conceive the whole of. Fuck you. You know.
There are imaginings that happen beyond what you can something. Anyway, there's God. Thanks, God. I appreciate the directions. I, unlike Kasana, appreciate knowing where to go.
Yes, and you also had seen some things during that first fight with Vanatori that might have had something to do with that. You had those of you who hit 0 hit points and were making recovery checks saw skeletal figures with crow skulls and enormous wings that were watching you as you were fighting. And I think we got one really good insight check from somebody to notice that they were rooting for you.
I do remember someone doing a fist pump.
Yes.
Yeah, that might have been Kasana.
Yeah, I think it was. Kasana or
yes. Funny that the divine does root for Kasana.
Or they just don't want her to be dead.
Yeah, no. Listen, if the divine were so great, why don't I need one to get my spells?
Yes, you could ask them that if you feed them.
If God's so great, why can't I cast magic?
Yeah, I just tapped into the excess of life force in the world because there's all these undead around. Fuck you. I don't need divine gifts.
Nothing's wrong with me. I'm fine.
I'm 2 souls in 1 body, so I've got no.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand it. So
a major thing that Professor Vitale mentioned to Kasana was try to actually trust and respect the people that I all called here. And that's what she's going to try to do today, is trust and respect the people in the party.
Literally just told you, stop, look, and collaborate.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Thank you.
Alexi's back with a brand new scheme. Yes, and that is where we are now, as the four of you, Sajak, Alexei, and Soren Sitar, remained at the Vanatory Lodge to clear it out, to inspect it for any new anything that could be used, and also to call the rest of the Rams to it as their new operating base in Ruel. You have effectively given the local rebels a fortified position from which to do the rebel things, which is very cool, very punk rock.
Yeah.
But that was a couple days
now,
ago.
baby.
Yeah, but that was a couple days ago. As you have been in the interim searching the eastern reaches of Tarandaur for the place where the giants have wept, searching for that mythical flowering vine that Apricus learned about not too long ago, or I guess at this point a couple weeks ago, in your first forays into town. It's been kind of slow going. You found a couple specimens, these kind of long vines with white, almost lily-like flowers that glow softly in darkness. But you haven't found a place that is really full of them, and you haven't found a place that really seems like it is the place that you would associate with such a grandiose statement. How has it been going as you have all been on this search?
How's the weather been?
That's the resident weatherman.
Hey,
Has it been raining the whole time, or has it been fairly?
Ben, what's the table you're using for weather in our Abomination Vaults game?
I am using the Hexploration weather table.
Ooh, is that from the GMG?
Yes.
Okay, well then I need to look at that.
That, or I made it up based off of average rainfall in Portland.
Fair enough. Yes,
It's one of those two things.
That's
I tried both. I can't remember which.
That's great.
I added.
Let's see if I can find a weather table in the GMG quickly.
I just feel like it might impact mood and general attitudes.
Yeah, I cannot. Okay. Well, if the map can't, doesn't. Let's roll a flat check.
Okay.
A DC 7. If you... No. A DC 16. If you succeed, the weather has been good.
That's fair. Well, I've been
Who's
nominated
rolling?
as weatherman, so I'll roll the weather die. Yeah.
The weather has not been good. It's been pretty drizzly. It has not in these last few days ever gotten to enough of a storm that you could justify not going out into it. But it has been wet, and it has been a little miserable because it's cold, and you can feel blisters rising up in your boots.
So the UK for 3/4 of the year. Got it.
Sure.
Can't even produce flame to light some things on fire. All the tinder here is wet. It's impossible to just recover from this for more than an hour at most. Even a few minutes would be nice.
You need assistance.
Oh, well.
I can make you a poncho.
Thanks, Mom. If you insist.
Kasana would like to make a survival check just to help everyone not be soaked.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a shot. That's not bad, but you are level 15, level 5 now.
I wish I was level 15.
That was good. These are some intense words.
I don't know. How bad is the weather, though? That's the real question.
I guess it's not that bad. So yeah, you give everybody some like insulated like leather like booties to put in their shoes to keep out the water that wells up in the soles of their feet as you trudge through mud. Yeah, you can whip up some ponchos. They certainly wouldn't stand up to any real weather, but they at least keep a lot of the drizzle out of people's eyes.
As long as you keep up your core temperature and prevent fungal rot from setting in on your boots, you should be all right.
Truly a miserable state of affairs, but this will help fend it off for a little bit at least. Sort of take the goggles and just kind of snap them on.
Yeah, I've got my hat on, so my face is dry, but I've got like just water all over it.
So like Oren has the hood up, and it's just that's probably been coated enough, so it's just like this is full on now a very tall hooded figure walking through the grey with a big fucking sign. So it's probably a good thing everybody knows who he is, otherwise that could be a really upsetting visual.
Just like those bloodborne enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. So it's been rough these last couple of days, but you have soldiered through because you have a job to do. And as the rain, the sprinkling, dusting of rain lets up, you come to a place that you think might be it. Do you see? Well, actually, I'll show you what you see.
Wow.
Ooh, it's pretty.
Shiny.
Yeah. You see ancient temple. All of the walls that still remain mostly intact since antiquity are sandblasted. Any written word obliterated. The flowering vines of the giant's tears festoon the site of ancient stone and shallow puddles as the waning moon, peeking through the clouds, glitters in the water. There's a pressure here and a stillness as the night birds and crickets cease their songs as you arrive. The only sound comes from the rustle of wind through the leaves and your feet on the ground. The bones of an old temple rise out of the murk, a small platform at one end still holding a lump of pitted stone in the vague spirit of a shrine.
Kasana turns to Elsbetia and Apricus. Well, you two are the experts on finding things. Please lead the way. She steps back a bit.
All right.
Well, investigator, shall we investigate?
Well, yes, I think we shall.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just throw a detect magic down.
Cool. And you are third level spells is what you got right now, right?
Correct.
Cool. So you would learn the highest level effect within range that the spell detects. First level detect magic. Is there magic around? Yes. There's a lot of magic around. Third level detect magic. School of Magic. For the highest level effect. Let me do a little bit of double checking as to what school this magic would likely be related to.
I'm going to move Oren down in the map because I want the people watching on Twitch to be able to see all this dope shit further down the map. Because this is really fucking cool, Zachary, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's a great. I said it in the chat, but Zay and Peku also just I think abbreviated to Sepeku, CZEPEKU. They're a pair of map makers that work. They're on Twitter. They're on Patreon. I'm subscribed to their Patreon, and they allow their maps to be used in stream games. So thank you very much to them. Ooh, 1 second. Oh no. Okay, you got that? Yeah. Anyway, this. Oh, I it's in the wrong. I was looking up what all the spells in this thing are. And I put in the wrong. I typed in transmutation, which is not what this is. This would be a necromancy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best way to consider this. Yeah, a necromantic force that presses down, and then under that you feel other magic, also necromancy, but not in the same vein.
Okay.
And Elzbieta, you were reading aura?
Yeah, that shiny little rock up there.
Cool, yeah. You head up over to that
Thank you. Yep.
shiny rock, and you are looking at it. You're inspecting it. This is certainly what kind of magic? What school do you think it would be for, like, the sort of like focus and like manipulation of spiritual energy? Would that also be necromancy?
Arguably necromancy. You could make an argument for transmutative or abjuration. even,
Yeah, I
because
think
it's maintaining.
yeah, it's kind of got like a lot of that kind of built into it. It's certainly like an artifact of some sorts. But as you like inspect it, you realize that it is damaged, and not. I mean, obviously, it's kind of like worn away and like pitted and messed up, but it is metaphysically damaged. And as you are like reading the aura of this thing, a spectral image begins to take shape.
Mm-hmm.
What looks like a great iron nail driven into the shrine on like the spirit plane. And as you begin to like work with that, Orin, you're the furthest south on the map. You're looking out. You see someone approaching. And
Make
he's
like a small whistle to the others, just so they know.
cool. Yeah, and he stops like a little less than 100 feet away from you, Orin.
Further south.
Further south, yeah. As you see a man wearing clean, smart, black uniform with some gold trimmings that looks kind of like a doctor's robes. And he says, "You should stop that."
Why?
Who's he talking to? Because Elzbieta is like wants to poke it.
The one with the hat. You should. It'll be bad for you if you keep doing that.
Why?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I am led to believe that is a very dangerous thing your friend is doing.
And who are you?
My apologies. I am Dr. Mortimer Paxton, MD Dawnbringer.
I said
Doctor.
negative on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shady as hell. Like,
Absolutely. And the Precus, you hear this voice and recognize it.
oh no!
But first,
That is
Oren, roll.
MD from Dawnbringer, yeah.
That's 26 on the sense motive check.
Wow.
This guy is very friendly and also dripping with malice. He's telling the truth when he says something bad will happen.
But he's also bad news.
But you get the feeling that he thinks that he might be talking about something he's going to do to you.
I cannot remember this dude. But
You-
I know.
you-
I clearly correct. No, I mean I Jade. Can't.
Yeah. No. This guy hasn't been on screen yet.
Mhm.
But Precus, you absolutely recognize the name and the voice.
He'll slowly wheel around, just arms out, sort of stepping towards where Oren is, to sort of stand side by side. Well, Dr. Paxton, I hadn't expected another alumnus of Dawnbringer to be out here, so...
The luminary, Precus. A pleasure to see you, old friend. It's been a bit. Didn't you get your license revoked after that business with the murder?
That's a license does not stop one from studying, and last I checked, this was not an approved site, so I don't see an issue.
No. I actually just got in by express carriage. Apparently some very terrible things are going down in this parish that the school board and coronant would be very sore if it continued. Because roll, I guess, society, or to like remember a couple things about this guy.
Yeah, sure, society coming right up. I'm societal.
Solid.
You're societal, yeah. You absolutely remember Mort Paxton. He was in your class, though he is not a. He's also a wizard, but he's not an evocationist like you are. He's not a fire guy. He's a doctor, right? You remember that he loved to learn from the human body. He had a particular zeal for autopsy back in your school days.
Oh, boy.
Enough that you remember the nickname people gave him, which was the Rabid Anatomist.
Extra.
Not what I
So-
expected.
When he said that the school board and coronant would be unhappy, do I know what he means when he says coronant? What part? What authority?
Probably like I don't. We haven't really talked about what the title of the person who is ruling the city is, but that's what he would be talking about. Whatever member of the family is running coronant.
The Errol in coronant. Okay.
Yeah.
So... you first.
Sana is just going to slowly draw her guy's arm. Stealthily.
Okay, give me a stealth or thievery check.
It's okay. They're the same.
Behind your back. Oh, look at you.
Hey, that ain't bad. A +1. Cool. That meets his perception DC. So yeah, he's focused on Oren and Precus.
Yeah. He'll Apricus continues to have just his arms raised. He'll have his book out to his side and ask, "So, how are the bodies of your work doing?"
Well, the body of my work lies within medical science, dear Apricus. Perfectly well, though it is true that I have branched out a bit to freelance work in these lean times.
So,
I
take this. Yes. Should I take this to mean that you're now in the process of acquiring cadavers?
If the opportunity presents itself, especially with, and he looks at Orin, intriguing specimens. That's an interesting skin condition you've got there, friend. Do you know its provenance?
You might have seen your face and broken out in hives.
Charming.
No. You could come closer and take a look if you want.
I don't think so. I only truly wish to render unto you the warning that was given to me for you.
By whom?
Cease this activity forthwith.
And who did that warning come from?
My friend, it came from the top. I don't know what you've been doing out here in the sticks, but it's got some people very concerned.
Just a little personal research. I shouldn't think anyone would take issue with that.
Consider us warned. Why don't you leave?
Why don't you join me?
Tea? What?
I will.
What?
I will. Oh God, I'm so not the person to do an intimidation check. I could try to intimidate, and then I look. I'm not trained, and I have a -1 to intimidation. Feel free to step out from behind Orin like they are a piece of steak.
So, Kasana's been trying to keep sort of in the middle distance between all the party members, but definitely at this point walks up. Holds the guy's arm, at her side, almost like a walking stick. So, the Errol sent you.
Yes.
And you want us to go with you to meet with one of the local Errols, perhaps, or return to the capital. What is the next step here for you?
Well, the first step is ensuring that you don't disturb this site. And I need to ensure that. So you coming with me is the easiest way to make sure you don't come back.
Elżbieta is just going to kind of like lean against the stone, not like touching the spectral thing behind her, but like the base that it's on. Mm-hmm. And it's just going to lean against that and cross her arms over her chest.
Cool. You feel, Elżbieta, as you're like touching the stone, it is heating up.
Stand right back up again.
Ooh.
Hot buns.
Let me make something very clear. We are not leaving. And if you wish to take us from this spot, you will have to use force. And we are happy to retaliate at this point, now that we are more aware of the methods the Errols are willing to use. Please, come. Try and claim us. And she raises her spear and points it toward the guy's arm towards him, and a burst of life energy, kind of flows around her, disturbing the ruins, and kind of blowing back the hair of both Apricus and Orin.
He makes a big show of sighing and says, well, I suppose that's how it's going to have to be. Abricus, you wanted to see the body of my work?
God.
Boy.
Allow me to introduce you. As he raises his arms and
Just got
a
here.
horde of zombies climbs out of the ground.
Shit.
Well, it's a good thing I just got a blunderbuss.
Oh God.
Oh, this. All right, sweet.
Okay. All right.
May I roll for initiative?
Yeah, we should
With
all.
Intimidation.
Absolutely. Yeah, we should all roll for initiative.
May I
Also,
use-
yeah, I did.
Holy shit!
Jesus, can I use society?
I don't. How? How would you do that?
I was attempting to parlay. There was an attempt in there.
I don't think. Hers makes more sense.
Okay, fair enough.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun. Yes, this is thankfully this is not
Oh my Jesus.
16 zombie units. This is actually a troop.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which this is my first time running one of these, so hopefully it goes well. A troop is the new mechanic added in Bestiary 3 that allows you to run a bunch of creatures as a single unit, which I'm very excited for.
They just did something like this in Rusty Quill Gaming. It was gross. Didn't like it. Zombies. Ugh.
Two things. Did everybody take the hero point at the start of the session?
Mhm.
And secondly, on our way in, is this just like shallow water?
Yes, those are just puddles, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about
Impede
difficult terrain.
speed or anything?
Yeah.
I think 3 is the maximum, right? If so, then I'm already there.
Yes.
Yes. Hell yeah! This spotted yield specters.
Yes. So, Orin, you are first as the zombie horde activates.
All right. I will pull out my scythe. I will go into a rage. And I will march 30 feet forward.
Sorry.
Fantastic.
What is this? The spectral nails?
Oh, you'll see on initiative count 20.
Yeah.
That pedestal is starting to glow.
Yep.
This
All
is
right.
fine.
Cool. So that's Orin, Elzbieta, that's you.
Cool. Ooh. How dangerous am I feeling, fam?
Fucking go ham. Are you gonna poke the
because
rock?
yeah, she wanted to like pick up a stone like as she's moving. So like basically she wants to like move to I guess like partial cover behind this fallen column over here.
Sure.
But like as she goes, pick up a stone and like chuck it at the thing behind her just to see what it does.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. You move forward and then huck a stone,
Yeah.
and it bounces off the thing.
All right, doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna.
Yeah, don't be next to it.
No, God, no. I know. I'm at least 30 feet away right now. My movement speed's 25. Hold on. That's not my. All right, I'm 25 feet away from it now. And so I'm just gonna kind of hope blast radius isn't too big when it goes boom. And I guess I'm gonna just. I would love. Well, I mean, I didn't get a chance to say what my case was that I was studying, but it was gonna kind of be what is going on with the giant's tears. But I would like to study the zombies to see like tactics, what would be good. They're like way too far away for me to shoot.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna kind of like wait, but I want to study them.
Yes. Yeah. If you want, you can recall knowledge on them. You won't be able to have declared them the subject of a lead because that takes a minute of preparation.
Right. Yeah. And
You
I was gonna say it's
could
I'm
have
just
declared
hand.
Mort Paxton the subject of a lead because you had more than a
Okay.
minute of conversation with him.
Okay, because I can have
Um,
two leads.
Yes, but so the zombies you can't, but more
Okay.
you can.
All right, I would love to recall knowledge about some zombies because also it does kind of lie into what she had done before this, which was
A monster hunting.
a
Yeah.
monster hunter. Should
Yeah.
I roll hunt or should I roll occultism?
These are not a hunt. These are
No.
undead, which falls under religion.
Religion.
Yes.
I got 20.
20. Yeah. Yeah. This is a zombie horde. Mechanically, it's a shambler troop, which is a troop of zombies all acting in concert, controlled by an external force or just their own hunger. They, like in general, large groups can like move up and like form around people, but they can't usually like spill their space into other people. Zombies can. They can just glob around people because they're much less organized and people can move into their space.
Right. Okay. Disgusting.
Yeah. So it's an ability they have called Grave Tide. But you also know, one, as all zombies, they are weak to slashing damage
Mhm.
and positive damage. And as a group, as a troop, they are weak to area damage.
Cool.
I've done a
So
pretty good-
what? Yes. And then also, just because I forgot to ask, what kind of damage does my blunderbuss do? Like what dice?
Like what the statistics are?
Yes.
This
Does that count as area damage?
it does not. Well,
Oh, okay.
it can in a certain sense.
Okay, then we'll not worry about that.
I'll send the PDF of from the old playtest
Okay.
in the chat, and you can just look at that, and that's where it comes from.
Sure. Thank you.
Cool. Sweet. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't want to get closer right now, but
No, fair. Yeah, understandable. Sweet. Kasana the Spear, that is your turn.
Sana moves up 25 feet next to Orin and casts Disrupting Weapons on her Geisarm and Orin's scythe.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah,
Your weapon, both our weapons now deal 1d4 positive damage to undead.
Nice.
Thank you.
And-
Sick.
That's your turn.
Fantastic. Next is Mort Paxton's turn. And he says, this is unfortunate because, of course, I detest violence, but I am looking forward to seeing just what area of the brain, just what lobe, lets you make such stupid decisions.
Zach's not
And
making
then
me
he
like
charges
the guy.
forward.
And yeah, he moves forward, just like ahead of his zombies, which will be moving after him. And then he says, so that was one. Wait, let me see. How many? Yeah, that was one stride.
swimming through zombies.
They part for him.
Crowd
Through the Red
surfs.
Sea, yeah.
They
Yeah.
lift him up and they just like shunt him forward.
And then he raises a white glove and snaps, and a little arc of electricity shoots at. I believe you're both in range.
Yep.
Ooh, not
5 feet.
quite. Instead he just points two fingers, and a little ray of icy energy streaks towards Orin.
Okay.
Not gonna pull out the big guns quite yet.
Dang.
And that's your mistake.
So 29 to Orin.
That does it.
So you take 9 cold damage
Okay.
as Elizabeth, you see behind you that spectral nail fully materializes, appearing in the mortal plane, and then from it you see 2 bolts of light streak out to hit
Oh, dear.
2 other points.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
And from them, 2 bolts of light streak out to hit another point. And then once more
Uh-oh.
to hit a fifth.
Uh-oh.
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 Oh, it's an
Okay.
issue. Oh, no.
Okay.
This strikes me as possibly bad.
Yes.
Little.
And nobody is adjacent or within 10 feet of any of the nails, but you do see enormous, giant-sized faces contorted in anguish, like kind of rise and churn for a moment around each nail as they appear.
In terms of people 10 feet within the nail, is not Dr. Pax one of those?
No, he is not.
Oh.
I can make the auras visual.
I see, it's
Okay, I guess 5 feet adjacent to the nails.
Gotcha. Okay.
Really noted.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is, the curse. This is a haunt. And it is active at the same time that you're being attacked.
Oh.
Sweet. Cool.
Don't like that.
Yes. So the zombie horde moves forward. They advance. This guy moves here. This guy moves here, and then they all shamble forward. How fast are they going to shamble forward? They have 20 feet of movement, so they shamble forward with 2 actions. And just begin to surround you, swarming Kasana and Orin. And then they attack with a shambling onslaught. So Orin and...
Does my deny advantage help me at all here?
No, because they're not attacking you. This is a saving throw. They're using 1 action to perform. No, they can't. They're slowed. They're zombies. So they just swarm around you. And they can't do anything else yet.
Okay.
Apricus, that is you.
Okay, the one thing I wish is that I had some form of template to tell where an area 50 feet across would be, without somehow also implicating Orin and Kasana in what I'm about to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that intention announced, just gonna do a little bit of a widen spell, and then energy starts to build around Apricus's hands as he raises it high above his head, and a fireball begins to grow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And where are you casting that fireball?
Ideally somewhere out here in the water where he wouldn't hit. I think it should be right about here. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get like that. What, 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that.
Yeah. So
that
I'll hit around
cluster.
this edge, but I'll also implicate Mr. Paxton here in the blast.
Fantastic.
Fireball.
And
Fireball.
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 Love to see it.
The classic
You
fireball.
we've made it, everyone. We've got the fireball.
The damage,
Woo!
however, could have, delivered a bit better, I think.
16 ain't too bad. So I'm going to roll for Mort first, who was a lot of fun. Mort fails, takes the full 16, and goes, ow, fuck!
I learned a few new tricks between here and there. How do you like it?
I don't! Stop that! And the zombie horde also fails, taking not just 16, but 21 damage.
Oh yeah.
As a few of the zombies on the edge, incinerates. Very cool, Apricus. Round 2, Orin, that is you.
All right.
Can I ask what the
go on.
nail? What happened to the nail? Did it get hit at all, or no?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
It's a haunt, so it's completely intangible.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You need to do
Alrighty.
other stuff.
Let's take a swing, baby. Got that scythe charged up with that good positive damage.
Mm-hmm.
Swing. And the good thing is, because Kasana's basically behind me, I can just go in an arc because this is fun. Visually, that's what I'm doing, even if not mechanically, because that's a specific thing. But
Yeah.
Absolutely.
27.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
27 ain't bad. Almost a crit, but not quite.
Okay.
Dealing 25 slashing damage and 9 positive damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, like, is it weakness 4 to positive? I've got.
No, it's weakness
Like, yeah.
5 because you dealt
Okay.
4 positive.
I dealt 7 positive. The 4 is from Cassandra
Oh.
disrupting. My rage damage is positive when I have spirit.
Cool.
Instinct.
So they take another 3. Yeah, you can just swing hard and decimate this horde, reducing it in size.
Beautiful.
From 16 squares to 12 squares.
Cool. I'll swing again.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I'll
That's a
hero
move.
point that.
Okay.
I will try to hero point that if thing will let me click. Fuck me, running.
That will unfortunately not do it.
I don't have a shield.
No.
Fuck it. Does a 19 hit?
You know what's Chris? Is a 19 does hit. 19 does hit. Dealing 11 positive and 21 slashing. So a total of 30. Total of 32 damage. Which is how much they had left.
Well, I gotta rethink my turn.
Sorry.
No, this is perfect.
As Mortimer like
It's
kind of
literally just like I think it's literally just like a double swing, and like just, and then I've just like got it out to the side, just looking dead at this guy.
Okay. I'm not done yet. But that is your turn, Oren. Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. Elzbieta.
I would love to hunt study. Sorry, hunt study. I don't know what that was. These nails. I want to study them when they're active. Now that I can see them. I mean, understand that it's probably. I think Oren's got this in the bag. Honestly, I want to make sure that these things aren't going to shoot me in the butt when I'm not looking.
Sure. Well, they're still like, they're also dangerous. Sure, roll a hot lore check. Unless it's like a feat you have.
No, it's my lore. I don't think I have a feat.
Cool. Yeah. You look at that. They are not going to shoot you, but every time they go, they shoot out psychic energy.
Huh. Okay. Within that
Which-
radius.
Within that radius, yeah. And you need to uproot all of them to break the curse.
Okay. Fantastic. But it's spectral. How can I shoot it? Can I?
You
shoot
can't
the-
shoot.
Can I shoot
It's-
the rock?
No,
It's in the rock. Oh.
that's not. You need to go and exercise it.
Okay. Do
You
I
need
know
to-
how to do that?
Yes, that's what your hot lore is.
Okay. I go, okay, you guys, I think you got this. But I'm gonna work on these bad boys. I'm gonna move a little bit closer. She's kind of like feeling just kind of like where the edge is. Obviously she can't see the aura. But I would like to try and start exorcising this one up at the top if I can.
Yeah, that's a hot lore check.
Another one. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It would otherwise be a religion check, but you have a
Okay.
lore for it, which makes it easier.
Fabulous. All right. Well, let's give that a go. I'm gonna hero point that one. That was shit.
Yeah, you also have to be in the radius to do it.
I have to be in the. Okay. I'll
That's
step into the
that's
radius.
the danger of the encounter.
Whoops. I did not. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna try it again.
Cool.
Yeah!
That's much better.
Fuck yes!
I mean,
Absolutely.
it is only. It isn't near the most perfect I can be. So.
Yeah, no, that's a 30. So you grab this nail, metaphysically speaking, and
Yes.
wrench it from the ground, causing the lines, the beams of energy spilling out from it to dissipate.
All right.
Yes. Usually that's 2 actions, but this time I'll let you have it.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Kasana,
That's all I'm doing. That's all I can do.
Kasana looks at Mortimer and says, "So you say you're not done?
No!
Show me." And she delays.
Power move.
Cool.
I love that so much.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So you're going to go after Dr. Paxton in the initiative order, and he says, "Gladly." And then he steps back, and he says, "You know, interesting. Did you know that this place is where innumerable giants laid their bones?" And then
Sweet Jesus.
pulls up his hand and casts
Fuck.
Bind Undead, which this is not exactly how this works, but he's gonna spend the spell slot to do this thing, to fix my encounter, and summon an enormous
Hey.
skeleton.
That's such a mood.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Kasana!
Okay.
And he says, "Go get him!" And it's gonna roll. This is at a +9, so that's a 23.
Does this qualify as a huge creature, Zach?
It does.
Thank you. Good thing I'm a Titan Brawler, baby!
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Cool. So that's his turn. Kasana, that is you.
Kasana takes her guy's arm, moves it towards him and says, and a searing light starts running along the pole and blasts out at the skeleton as she casts searing light at 3rd level.
Okay.
That is a 17, which unfortunately does not hit.
I spend a hero point.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, that'll hit. Oh, hit, Kasana.
Yeah, look at that damage.
Incredible. Yes, so that is a good solid hit on the large skeleton, which takes 17 fire damage. Well, actually, it's a skeleton, so it takes 12 fire damage, because skeletons are resistant to fire. But then it takes 21 good damage, which it has no resistance to. And you immediately bloody this skeleton.
And yeah, with that, she just walks 25 feet up.
You feel like you
And-
can now, Mortimer.
As you walk off, I sort of click the back end of my scythe against your guy, so I'm just like a high five, but with a
Yeah.
pole.
Very lacrosse.
Incredible.
Very
Cool. The giant skeleton now goes as it lumbers. Wait, let me look at its abilities, because I didn't have this sheet set up, because I thought a horde would be scarier. It spends 2 actions to make a terrifying charge. It strides and then swings its giant horns.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
At Kasana, but rolls a nat 1. So
Face
Kas-
plants into a
Kasana-
puddle.
Kasana, it slams its horns down at you, and you just throw up your guy's arm and just
Oh, that's sick.
block it like two bucks locking antlers, and you just twist, and its head spins in its socket before it catches itself, and then swings its horns down again. 22.
That is a miss.
Misses again, slams down, and you like just twirl out of the way. Next is the spectral nails. This one up top is fine, but each remaining nail, that wave of churning faces reappears, screaming in anguish as the auras increase in size.
Oh.
Does that catch Mortimer?
Does not catch Mortimer. It does catch Kasana. Wait, it might catch Mortimer. Does not catch Mortimer.
Oof.
Motherfucker.
Yes.
It also catches the skeletal giant if that affects it, but it probably doesn't.
It does not because it is mental damage.
Oh,
It's psychic anguish.
No thoughts, head empty. Big skeleton.
Kasana, make a will save. 26. That is going to succeed.
She's very willful.
Certainly. So you're going to halve this to 6 mental damage.
All right.
Cool. Next would be the zombie horde, but they're dead. So it's Apricus' turn.
Ah, you think you can escape hiding behind that large oaf, do you?
Yes.
He'll sort of wave a hand up in the air, just in the sort of pistol motion, and fire off 3 magic missiles at the doc.
Fantastic.
We have muskets and he just uses his finger.
Ping, ping, ping!
Fantastic. That's 10 easy damage to Dr. Paxton. He goes, oh, ow. Kind of coughs a little bit as like one hits him in the sternum. Very good. Round 3, that is Orin.
All right. I will use... yeah, I think I'm going to have to use 2 actions to stride twice in order to get into a flanking position with Kasana.
Cool.
And then I want to try and trip this bastard.
Sweet. Roll an athletics check.
I have the trip on my scythe.
Cool. Yes,
So-
then roll a scythe attack.
Thank you very much.
Oh!
Yeah, you hook your scythe under its leg and just yank, and it just goes straight onto its face, dealing an additional d6 of damage.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes, which is bludgeoning, which skeletons are not resistant to. It just slams down into the
No
ground.
good, very bad day.
Lets out like a roar.
I look over at Mortimer, says like, your skeleton is puny.
That's categorically incorrect.
It fell over like Joe. Like me.
Elizabeth, that is your turn.
Sana laughs actually at that.
I'm gonna warn everyone to start backing up away from the nails and... Oh, geez. I can't reach one in time because then it will catch me in its aura. I'm just gonna kind of... Well, let's see. Let me see something. This guy's so far away.
Yeah, it's a tall map.
It's mostly...
boy.
We are literally on opposite ends of the map, me and Mortimer. So, like... I can't do much. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna run forward 50 just to get a little bit closer. And then
Did you want to go at an angle map so that way on your next turn you can nip in with one action to get one of the nails?
I was thinking about that. Or I was just thinking about trying to shoot Mortimer's smug little face.
I was like, you're the person with the best chance of breaking this curse.
Honestly, by
Yes.
far.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, okay. So
Nothing
then,
wrong with
well,
getting in position.
yeah, then I'll just kind of like go over here and
It's kind of the tension of this encounter, where like there's a fight going on, but also the haunt's getting worse.
yeah. So I'm gonna wait for it to pulse and expand before moving in.
Sounds
so yeah, I'm just gonna. Would that be holding?
You could
my
actually,
action, or-
if you only spent one action to get closer, you could spend 2 actions to set a reaction to stride once it is pulsed.
No, I have to move 2 actions to get within range.
Well then, yeah.
So then, cool. Then I'll just wait for my next turn.
Cool. That's Mortimer, and he says, "Yes, but the skeleton isn't one. It isn't small. It's a very big skeleton. They're called giants, and also, this is actually good. I actually like this because you've lined up perfectly." And then he shoots out his hand, and a line of black energy fires from it as he casts Grim Tendrils in a 30-foot line, which misses Kasana. But Orin, you make a fort save.
I think.
As the skeleton heals 9 hit points.
Oh no, is Jade with us?
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh no! All right.
So.
oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Wait, sorry, my
Uh-oh.
sister's calling. I'm gonna tell her to text her back.
Ooh. Yeah,
Well,
here we go.
that's just a screenshot basically. It's frozen Jade.
No.
Frozen Jade. Fortitude save. The negative energy was a little too effective, I think.
yeah, right.
Let's see if someone have access to Jade's sheet to roll it at least.
Yeah, I'll roll it. Everyone should have access because it's they're available to everyone. I'll roll a fort save for Orin.
Done. I plumb forgot. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, Orin only takes half. Orin, we'll just keep moving while Jade is figuring things up, because Orin doesn't go for a couple minutes.
Yeah, totally.
A couple moments. 28. That's a success on Orin's part. It's going to reduce that 9 negative damage to a 4. And then Mortimer runs this way.
All right. Nice.
And I think Jade's back with us.
Welcome back, Jade. You just took a little bit of negative damage. Nope. Okay.
Oh, nope, never mind.
Nope, it's gone. That's okay. All right.
Damn
So
situation.
Kasana is grabs a part of the skeletal giant on the ground and heals it at 2nd level.
Fantastic. The giant will roll its own fort save. Ooh, that's a good heal. This is just your divine sorcerer harm blasting people again.
Listen, don't fix what ain't broke, right?
For sure. Cool. Succeeds at 6 damage to the skeleton.
Excellent. And with that, and does it? And with that, she sorks some of the vital essence of her attack into her weapon.
Cool.
I think it's negative, so probably not going to do much for it. But then her silver geist arm comes down. Actually, this is a skeleton. She pulls out her hammer and is going to... Actually, no. What she does is she jabs her spear into it, and she just lets out a second searing light.
Okay. Roll it. This guy's
I think I
flat-footed.
clicked it. What? No.
There we go. A 20 is gonna hit, dealing. Oh yeah. So we'll take the first one. 20 is gonna hit, dealing 14 fire damage and 15 good damage. This skeleton is looking rough. If he had not cast negative damage on it on his last turn, it would be destroyed now. But it's a skeleton's turn, and it stands. And it doesn't really have the capacity to be angry, but it is going to pull back this enormous rusty glaive and swing it down with force on Kasana. So 26
hit.
26 hits, dealing 13 slashing, and then it drives its horns down on you. It's a miss completely, and you bash its head aside. Next is the spectral nails, which we're actually going to see if they increase again, and they do.
Oh, God.
Oof.
Oh boy.
No problem.
No problem.
None whatsoever.
Just gonna make that will save.
Yep.
Will save.
Will save.
We'll save.
Save.
Cool. That's a success for Kasana. That is a failure for Orin. I'll roll the damage, and then you will have it as appropriate. So it's 8. 8 to Orin, 4 to Kasana.
Oh,
I forgot
right.
to type in the +5. Very cool. As those moaning spectral faces of the dead flare out of the nails. Apricus.
Okay.
Yeah, Kasana's grit her teeth through all this.
Let me just take a quick check to see how close Kasana is. Not close enough. All right. Apricus will, I think, if I can get to a point within 20, 30 feet. Yeah, I can. So I'm going to go ahead and budge over here. And have some fun out there, Kasana. Enjoy yourself. Get a little quick. Zoop.
Okay.
So from his fingertips, he'll sort of plant them on the ground, and almost as if it was a pair of winged feet, they'll sort of shoot down and affix themselves to Kasana's ankles for a little boost of speed.
Hell yeah. More than that, boost to everything.
Yeah. Power.
Badass. Round 4, Orin.
Jade, I think you may be on mute.
I am. Thank you so much. I just needed to check that the main connection was okay in the house. Hopefully I shouldn't
Gotcha.
drop again.
Sounds good.
I will attempt
Alright.
to trip again.
Sounds good. Yeah.
7.
Yeah. Yeah, that does it. It's not a crit,
No big
but it does
baby.
it.
Stay
Alright.
down.
Just this enormous, just giant folk skeleton.
Okay. And mm-hmm.
Ah.
14 will not do it, unfortunately.
All right.
I think you have one action left.
And I'll try again.
Okay.
21.
21 will do it, actually. So, Orin, you swing, you hook your scythe, throw this thing to the ground. It slams down, goes, and you kick at it, and it brings up a hand to block, and then you just slam your fist, your elbow into the right here, on its skull just crumples inward and crumbles to dust.
As they are crumbling to dust, you start seeing the energy like leaving its body, and Kasana basically for a moment the energy flowing out of her briefly inverts into a sort of a vacuum.
Ooh.
And she casts Death Call as a reaction. So a living creature within 20 feet dies, or an undead creature within 20 feet of you is destroyed. It invigorates me. I gain hit points equal to the target's level plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 4. I will double that because it's undead, whatever its level plus 4 is.
Wait, the level or
The creature's level.
level plus? Oh, yeah. So this was a level 4 creature. It was an elite skeletal giant.
So I just got 16 hit points, temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Just slurp
Alright.
the big skeleton's
As-
life essence.
Yeah, as the minor curse of Kasana begins to emanate out of her, and things just start really, the life essence starts really pumping out, you know?
Fantastic. Elżbieta.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run for this nail and attempt to pull it out.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta switch back to my character sheet. Hunt, please. Does a 26 make it?
Yes, you get up in there, you wrench it out of the earth. I get, like, it's in the earth, but it's not in the real world. It's not a physical thing.
Yeah.
But as you do, the beam connecting it to the central nail flickers away.
All right. We're getting there. That's all I can do.
That's all you can do. Mortimer Paxton keeps running, runs up onto the battlements here. So he's about 10 feet up. And he goes, oh, fuck. Okay. And is going to real quickly churn his hands to create a number of to invigorate his own self, giving him 10 temp HP.
All right. So Kasana's hasted.
Have
Yes.
fun.
So she can actually get behind him with 3 move actions. She basically charges up with her spear, skids around the steps and dashes up them with just a kind of a bit of that superhuman speed as she nods at Apricus, but very, very fast. And she says, I would ask if you know what you serve, but it's obvious that you do. And she slashes at him. And misses.
He like just hits the deck and goes like, yeah, I know.
100%.
100%. Roll a flat check.
I like this guy.
Roll a flat check for the nails, which they fail. And they do not increase this round. But Orin is in their radius, so Orin makes a will save. And that is a failure. It's not a high will save. 14 mental damage to Orin, a psychic damage, and then it is Apricus' turn.
Anytime you want to stand down, Doctor, the offer's open, but, well, you look a little too in good health.
I'm considering all my options, but I think I can turn this around.
Do you? Well, let me give you a little incentive. And he'll sort of make a drawing motion across his body as phew, he'll fling off an acid arrow.
Fuck yeah. 24 is going to hit Dr. Paxton for 5 acid damage.
So good.
Which eats into his temp HP, but it continues to deal persistent acid damage at the end of each of his turns.
And then Apricus will sort of spin his finger around in the air and follow that up with one more force bolt.
Nice.
Fantastic. And taking another 8 to the good doctor. I see your your distance from the classroom has not tempered your persuasive writing skills. Round 5 begins. Oren, that is you.
All right, I'm gonna follow Kasana and head up to be next to the not so good doctor, and I would like to try and trip him so he falls down into the aura.
That would be more of a shove to
then I'll
move
make a
him
shove attack.
through his. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I still just use a scythe attack or do an athletics check to do a
It would
shove?
be an athletics check because
yeah,
I don't
you need
believe
to
your
try
scythe
it.
doesn't have shove.
Right.
Throw him off a 10-foot ledge. It's
Oh.
fine.
I'm looking at that going, why is that at -5? It's because it was set to do as a second attack. I was like, why is my athletics modifier so low? It's not. That's just a shit roll.
That is unfortunately a rough roll. He is not a very fortitudinous man, but he still has more than 15. As he goes, oh! It just ducks under your like sweeping arm.
Mm-hmm. Don't suppose he has like a -2 to his fortitude because of being flanked or flat-footed.
He does
Makes
not,
a difference.
unfortunately.
Fair enough.
And he goes, okay, I can feel the hostility here. Elizabeth, that is your turn.
He's such a little tit.
Oh, this poor man.
He's a smarty boy.
He's the antagonist, and I say, oh, this poor man.
I love
Yeah,
him.
I'm gonna go ahead and just move across to here and wait. Just wait. It's like, it looks like you guys got it. Good job, everyone. As I run across.
Yeah. It is Mortimer Paxton's turn. He says, yeah, they totally, you don't got it. They totally got it. Don't come over here. He says, miss, you seem to have such an impressive monopoly on vitality. Maybe you should spread the wealth. And shoots out his hand in a vampiric touch at Kasana.
All right. I make a fortitude save.
Hell yeah!
I'd rather not.
You spit in his face instead.
And he goes, can't blame a man for trying, and hops over here.
Nice. All right.
Just keeps running. Kasana, that is you.
Kasana.
Oh, and he takes 2 poison acid damage because of acid arrow. Rolls a flat check. Sorry, I always remember this in the next person's turn, and continues to take persistent damage.
Yeah. So, Kasana is going to just lay on hands herself, and with the reduced curse, that is 16 health. In addition to the 16 temporary health she has, she's up to like 94 health now. And just you see the energy of that spell get sucked into her Gai's arm as she leaps over the gap as well. And she's just gonna, do a little slish slash.
The 17 will not hit Dr. Moore Paxton.
Damn.
And she does a second attack and misses both times. And yeah, that's all 4 actions.
Did you see this little flash of metal in his hands as he kind of whips it out to stop the blade, and you realize he has a scalpel? ha, ha, that he's like fencing with you with. Not what this is for. Tick 20. It is the Spectral Nails' turn. They roll their DC now 10 flat check and succeed, increasing their radius by another 5 feet. They're now 20 feet across. It's going to be very difficult to get in there with one action.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I can't on the next turn get in there and pull it out.
Yeah. I was very excited for this encounter. That moves it into Orin. So yeah, Orin, that's a success. So you're gonna have this. Okay. Down to 8. Apricus, that is your turn.
Oh, let's see. Let's evaluate my options here. It'll be a little bit until I reach that point. So why don't I just sort of maneuver myself into... This should put me with... Oh, barely not. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he'll sort of consider the situation a bit, and instead of going for more witty retorts, as he is wont to do, in this case, he'll just sort of consider it and, that. Point his fingers, and a bolt of lightning will scream forward from him.
Wait, will it? Because that's more than 30 feet.
Is it? Oh, right, that's right. This is
Electric
only a
arc is
30-foot
30 feet.
range. Dang it.
Yes, Electric Arc is the short one.
That's the short
You
one.
can step though,
That's...
or stride a bit.
I will instead daze.
Fantastic. You let loose a jolt of psychic energy to Dr. Paxton. He succeeds, taking 3 damage. Goes, ow. Sorry. 1 second. I'm getting a migraine. 1 moment.
Just something
Okay.
to awaken the mental faculties there.
Round 6.
To the other side.
All right. Yep, I'm gonna join the party over on the other battlement, and I'll use a stride. And basically, I kind of want to flavor it like I'm running over, and I'm gonna sort of like spring a little bit off that wall to just like try and swing down on him with the scythe. So,
Cool.
does a 20 hit him?
A 20 just barely hits Dr. Mortimer Paxton, dealing 11 slashing damage. So where did you end up?
Yeah, sorry, I should know. I'm basically sort of there. But I should hit alt so I can be there. And basically, is this how high is this wall?
It's not very tall.
And
Not
I'm
very
stood
high.
on that.
So would that be balancing or?
No, it's
Okay.
thick enough. It's wide enough.
Okay, cool.
You go and just really just slash a bloody furrow down the doctor's pretty, like, beautiful black robes. He goes, "Ow! Ow! Okay! I give up! I yield."
I would like to, nevertheless, try to grapple him with my final.
I have manacles too.
Yeah, but you're all
Nice.
over there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, do you want to drag him behind you?
I won't do it.
No, I mean it takes a little bit more of time to like, but yeah. He just is holding his arms up. Elzbieta.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be stuck in its aura no matter what I do. So I'm gonna move in and make a pull for it. I'm gonna pull it.
Cool.
Weird. Like,
Well, because you need 2
I
actions
need
to
to,
pull.
yeah. So I'm gonna I'm gonna be ready to pull. I had to get 2 to run in.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we'll roll that at your next turn. It's Mortimer Paxton's turn. He has given up. He still takes that acid damage and continues to take it. Apricus, roll your d6.
Yep, that's coming up. You'll want to wipe that off.
I would love to. He's going to spend his whole turn trying to get the acid off of him. Fails. There you go. He takes off his jacket, is just wearing like a little t-shirt under it.
What? Now he's just wearing
Dawnbringer alumnus.
Yeah. Dawnbringer, you class of.
I spent all my money on this university, and all I got was a stupid T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. And it says "Go Sunrises."
Oh, that's great.
Kasana, that is you.
Kasana is going to. I'm just gonna make a quick check of my own. Okay. Kasana is going to say to Orin, take care of him, and then she leaps over the gap, and then is going to rush. How close does she have to be next to Nail?
Adjacent to it.
All right, so I guess she's just gonna like leap twice to get next to Nail, and then spend her last 2 actions.
Absolutely. Try to make an acrobatics check as you jump off the 10-foot tall battlement.
100 acrobatics, you said?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You like tuck and roll and you have to keep going.
Yeah.
Make
Drains
a
a bit of my
religion.
stamina bar, but I've got enough left for the clutch.
Make a religion check to extricate the nail from this place.
Nope.
That's not going to do it.
She just is like, she's trying to pull it out with her arms, just like.
Yeah. Your
Not a
arms.
muscle task.
It is unfortunately not a muscle task.
Yeah, and in Gornyazik, she's just shouting, "You will yield to me."
Mhm.
Yeah.
They succeed on their flat check. Increase the radius to 25 feet per nail.
Uh-oh.
They're starting to overlap now.
Yep.
Or you see Dr. Paxton say, "Hey, we should run. We should run away from this place. This is a bad place. I was like making a threat before, but this was a bad place." Everyone succeeded. Who was in the aura? Taking half damage, taking 6 mental damage. It's the first damage Brickus has taken.
Yay.
Me too.
Because that is your turn.
76.
Seems like a lot of movement is going to be very important to this, so for the first time, finally he uses Longstrider.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Okay, that'll give me 35 feet of movement, and let's just see how far that takes me. Right about here. Yep, I'm dashing to the other nail.
Cool.
And,
Right, because that was your whole turn.
Yep, that's me. That's 3 action of Precus.
3 action of Precus. Round
They say.
7 begins Orin Natsuku. That is to you.
This is just more for me. Okay, that's solid enough to know that when Kasada said take care of him, she didn't mean to kill him. I am raging right now, you know.
You
Mhm.
know,
Uh-huh.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
I will put my scythe away, and I do want to effectively grapple this guy. So I'll roll the athletics for that. I know he's sort of given up, but I also don't want him to run away. So that's a 33 crit on my grapple check.
Yeah, you got him. You can just,
I like
he's like a
that.
couple of grapes.
It's just like,
Yeah, I like wrap my arms around him. There's a slight possibly crack of his ribs in the process as I pick him up.
You're a chiropractor.
that feels great on my spine.
I don't know what that is. And I'm gonna walk down these stairs, just like carrying him.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like fully built, like 6'8". I don't know how tall is more.
He's like a solid 5'6".
Sweet. So I
Oh,
just like
he's
stick him
so
up so his feet
small.
are off the floor, and then I just start. I'll walk down. I'm aware of this, so I'll like carry him down and around because I'm not smart enough to help with this.
Mhm.
So yeah, I will just like pick him up and I'll just like use my movement to maybe get round here if I can, with my two strides.
Yeah, totally.
Just like you need to eat more. You weigh nothing. This is.
I have a very well calculated nutrition plan. This is not the time. That is your turn.
Yeah, okay. Nope.
No, wow. You have 2 hero points though.
Yes, I am trying to figure out. Okay, that's what
Could you please move Mort to be next to me?
Yes.
I cannot control him.
There we go.
There you go. That is a success. You spend your 2 actions tearing this nail out of the ground.
Yep, and then I'm gonna start moving 25 feet in the other direction.
The beam flickers out. Yeah. Now the nails need to succeed at a DC 15 to increase. Sick. Next is Mort, and he's just kind of chatting. Hanging limply in your arms.
What do you mean by nutrition?
Well, you need a certain amount of protein and a certain. I don't really set my plan for bulking up. It's mostly just to make sure that I have the minimum amount of nutrients in a day so that I can work as much as possible. That's his turn. He's just babbling about nutrition. It's important to know the workings of the body so that you can fuel it efficiently, not just properly, but efficiently. Kasana,
I'm going to ask you because I'm a doctor.
She's just cursing and screaming in this other language, and she just tries to pull this out, focusing all of the energy she is that's flowing through her.
And that is a success. It budges and then rips out of the air and dissipates. The final beam of light disappears, and there's only 1 nail remaining. It needs to roll a nat 20 on its flat check to increase in size.
Asana rushes 25 feet up, and then with her last action, while quickened, she prepares to aid a precus.
Cool. Roll in the flat check for the nail. Whoop. Does not increase. Does, flare. So, Kasana, you roll a success. You're going to have this. Another 6 mental damage.
Down to 70 hit points.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so concerned.
Precus, that is you.
Okay, a precus will move within 35, so right here. Dumb question. Can I use Mage Hand to help me out at all here? Or do I have to be right by it?
It lets you manipulate, but not to the extent. This is like a spiritual thing, so I'm going to say no. Mage Hand is not. You cannot exercise this nail with Mage Hand.
Oh, if only contact was enough. All right, then I'm just going to get up right by it and get ready for pulling.
Cool. Round 8, or Natsuko.
Continue holding on to the doctor, and I want to ready if he does something shifty. He said he's given up, but that might have just been the fear talking. If he tries to rabbit off or try to escape, I will unarmed strike him, by which I mean I'll probably headbutt the back of his head.
Cool.
If he tries anything.
Cool. Fantastic. And that is Elżbieta.
I'm just gonna book it.
Cool.
I guess can I use all 3 and just get within 75 feet?
Yeah.
All right, that is great here. Okay.
Moving.
Oops, I missed.
Very fast.
Yeah,
running.
well, I don't know if I can trust these other ones to pull them out. I mean, Kasana got 1, but...
Mort Paxton is just kind of hanging, chilling. So what's your workout schedule? Do you like push-ups, bodyweight exercise? Do you lift heavy things? Or is this just natural for you?
And not so heavy things.
Fair enough. Kasana, that is your turn.
Kasana rushes over to be in one of the other Triforce adjacencies, and is just going to be screaming and shouting and channeling energy. She tries to bend this occult and religious energy to the human spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 25. So with your belief in your own power and in the power of people in general, you clasp your hands around this spectral nail, pulling with all of your might as it rips out of the ground. And a change comes over the ruined temple. That pressure leaves. It recedes. The points where the nails were glow soft silver lights just above the ground. A disc of pure light that wanes and then crescents and then disappears, and then a crescent appears and waxes as the spectral forms of giants, these enormous 10 to 15 foot tall figures with like horns and kind of long fluffy ears and like fuzz on their over their skin, kind of climb out en masse out of the ground, and they kind of regard you for a moment.
I bow deeply, still holding Mort like off to the side.
Forces him to bow with you.
Under
Yeah. And as you like watch, one of them comes forward. These ghostly figures. One of them comes forward wearing like furs and feathers and a kind of like looks like antler based like head like dress or like crown of some sorts.
Yeah.
And they speak in a language that I don't think any of you know.
I'm assuming it's giant then.
Yeah.
Is it Jotun?
Yeah.
We just
Yeah,
That
no.
wasn't one of the random ones.
That
I
is
said.
not one of the languages I needed as an emissary.
Fortunately,
No.
I only know how to speak dead people, fire, and angel.
Most of
Yeah.
us know how to speak dead people.
Such useful languages.
You can't understand what they're saying, but you know that they're thanking you as they begin to kind of dissolve into mist. And as they do, you all hear the sound of flapping wings, and through the cloud cover, you see stars as a great black shape cuts a silhouette against the night sky and approaches. But before it gets here, we will take our break.
Sweet.
Lovely.
Shit. Zach, stop making your NPCs so likable when they're buttheads. It makes me feel like I'm parasite.
Can't do that. Well,
No, I know you can't.
Alright. Oh, off to the BRB screen. We'll see you all in 10, right?
yes.
See you.